it's Tanya and Zoe. I am going to put this before the video that I took in the car talking about the break-in and what was stolen from me because I'm in a better mood now. I've been driving through this beautiful area of Colorado. I'm just outside of BV, Buena Vista, and I'm going to take a quick video showing the range here that is full of 14ers. So if you like hiking and you want to do 14ers, this is the best place to come. And it's just really beautiful. It's a nice day. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at and how God is so good, because my heart is at peace. It sucks that it happened, but you know what? It could have been worse. It's just stuff and it's replaceable. It's just money. The car is fine, it's drivable, I'm not out anything than just some money, and we'll see what insurance will replace. And I am in one of the most beautiful areas of the country looking at some of my favorite mountains, so I'm gonna show them to you. Okay, so that right in front of me is Mount Princeton. This is one of the 14ers in Colorado. Let's see, Princeton is 14,197 feet, and yes, I did just consult a cheat sheet. Then if you go, so that's that one that looks like it has like the 3 separate little gullies in it. That's all Mount Princeton. If you go that way a little bit, there's a peak over here, which is that Ontario? Let me look, cheat sheet, yes, that's Ontario. So that's 14,269 feet. And then behind it is gonna be Shavano and Tabagosh. Shavano is 14,200 and something, so that's 2 of these peaks that are back here. I haven't done Tab and Shavano yet. Also, actually haven't done Princeton, which is amazing because I've spent a lot of time in BV, and Princeton is like the one that kind of towers closest to the city. That's, I don't know, kind of like the one that everyone talks about. Haven't done it yet though. I have done all the ones over here. So right in front of us, right there, that peak is Yale. That is actually my favorite 14er I've done so far. It's an absolutely beautiful trail the whole way up, especially in the summertime, wildflowers and gorgeous. Then over here, that peak right there, and then just behind it is a taller peak right there. That's Columbia and Harvard. And if you're wondering, Princeton, Yale, Harvard, Columbia, yes, we are in the Collegiate Peaks Wilderness here. They are actually named after the universities, as they sent their geological mountaineering people out here doing all the measurements to find their heights and all that kind of stuff back in the day. So that's what they were named after. So that, interesting enough, also right there, you can see those are avalanche chutes. Those, like, what looks like, sorry, my finger makes it blurry. There in front of, behind it is Columbia and Harvard, and that's an avalanche chute area. So that's pretty cool to see it really clearly with the snow making those marks on it. So yes, this is what I've been looking at as I've been driving, and this overlook that I'm at right now is one of my favorite areas to just come and hang out. There's, you know, several picnic tables, some trails that start from this area, because there's like 13ers and 12ers and like all kinds of stuff here in the area besides the abundance of 14ers. So all of these trailheads I just pointed out, there's like 6 or 7 of them. They're all the trailheads are within like a half hour of where I'm standing. And then there's several more. If you go that way, you'll be heading to Leadville, and the tallest peak in Colorado is Mount Evans. That's that way. Mount Massive, Missouri, a whole bunch of them. More 14ers and all kinds of fun stuff to do in the area. So, alrighty, now I'm going to flip it over to the video that I made in my car talking about my stuff getting stolen. But I wanted to let you all know that I'm good. God is good. I'm happy. I'm in my happy place. So, talk to y'all later. Bye. Hi, it's Tanya, and Zoe is in my lap. We are driving from Denver to Buena Vista. Pronouncing it correctly is pronouncing it wrong. This is kind of the running joke with BV. You want to pronounce it correctly, the Spanish way is Buena Vista, but the way the locals say it is Buena Vista, or even Buena Vista. So just call it BV and you're safe. But that's where my RV is. Drove out of nasty weather in Denver, and it's actually a bluebird day, sunny here as I'm approaching BV. But wanted to make this video to give a little bit of an update on a major frustration I'm now facing to get on the AT. It's nothing that can't be overcome. I'm in the mode of being super frustrated about it right now, and I'm actually making this video to remind myself how much worse it could have been, and how much more money this could have cost me, and how bad it really could have been. So I've been in Denver the last couple of nights, staying in a good area, nice area of Denver. My cousin lives in that area, and I was staying at a hotel, and nice hotel, and got up this morning. I was gonna leave early to head over to BV. Decided to take my time, slept in a little bit, went and worked out in the fitness center. It was like snowy and icy and yucky in Denver this morning, so I didn't go outside. And so did my workout, showered, got ready, packed everything up, and started taking stuff out to my car. And the first thing that I see in my car is this. I don't know if you're getting it, if I can get it. My window right there. I don't know if I got it, but my window is cracked. And I was like, what on earth happened to my window? And I could tell it looked like someone had tried to break my window, but it wasn't broken all the way through. But I think I'm stupid enough that yesterday I was out with my cousin all day, and I had to get in my car to get something, and because she drove everywhere, and I think when I got in my car to grab it, I was distracted by other things and I forgot to lock it. And so my car was unlocked, and so I opened the door and I'm seeing through the window now, looking at it cracked, like all of my stuff in my car is everywhere. So my car got broken into last night, or even early this morning at the hotel. So something you need to understand about that for me is I live in my RV, and my RV broke down in October, and I left in November to head back east, and I went to Indiana and then Georgia and then Florida. I haven't been in Colorado since the first week of November, so I've been living out of my car. And then also, when I sold my home and went through all of my belongings and downsized and everything to it fits in my 22-foot travel trailer, or it fits in the back of my car. So I joke, not joke, that my car is my garage. So all of my stuff for my home is in my RV, which is my home. All of my stuff that I kept in my garage or in my storage unit is now in my car. And so that's all of my sporting goods equipment. So I have scuba and snorkel equipment and kayaking equipment, and I have a kayak and a mountain bike, which thankfully are actually with my RV in Colorado, in Buena Vista. But in my car, I have a Thule luggage rack, and I have bins in the back, which I do keep the bins locked, and the Thule luggage rack locked. But I also just have bags and stuff sitting around, especially right now, because I've been doing some hiking, and I've been buying all kinds of gear for the AT, and going through the gear that I currently have to decide if I'm going to take it or should I replace it with something lighter or more compact or whatever. So I've kind of had stuff everywhere, which was actually even why I was getting in my car yesterday. I was getting something to return that I had bought that I decided I wasn't going to use. So I'm freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff in my car. And I also had, because I've been living in my car for the last couple of months, traveling from friend to friend and state to state while the RV is broken down, I also have a lot of my stuff that normally would be in the RV. I have my laptop and my laptop bag that has just all kinds of electronics in it. And I have a couple of suitcases full of clothes and other types of just things that aren't cheap to replace. So I'm like, oh my gosh, they took art supplies, everything. They took thousands and thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And so I get in and I'm relieved that they didn't get into my my gun. Oh my god, that was one of the first things I thought. I was like, oh my god, they stole my gun, and now there's gonna be a crime spree somewhere, and it's gonna be, my ballistics are gonna match my gun or something. My mind started going all these places. So they didn't take my gun, thank goodness. They did not get into my Thule luggage rack, which has a lot of my sporting goods equipment in it. A lot of my scuba equipment, mountain biking, some mountain climbing, helmets, all that kind of stuff's in there. But all of my hiking and backpacking stuff that I've been going through so much lately, a lot of that was in my car. Thank God, and seriously, this is what I keep reminding myself, is I took in almost all of the stuff that I'm going to be using on the AT, and all of the stuff that I have bought recently that's more expensive and is ultra light or more compact and things like that. I had all of that in the hotel because I was either going over it and showing it to my cousin who was asking questions about stuff, or I was just going through it and trying to figure out, like, how to pack things together and how it all fits together. And like, I'm getting to that phase of like, how am I going to actually pack my bag and how much does it actually weigh and what do I still need to go through and all that kind of stuff. So thankfully, most of my expensive higher end stuff was inside with me, but unfortunately, not all of it. So what I've been able to gather that they took, thank God, my laptop bag was sitting right here in the floor of the front seat and they didn't take it. And it had my laptop, my tablet, my GoPro, all of the electronics for charging and all, some GoPro attachments and things like that. Like all of that was in that bag and they didn't take any. I can't believe like that bag wasn't taken. Like I said, they didn't get my toolies, they didn't get any of my scuba, snorkeling, kayaking, mountain biking, any of that gear. But this is what's starting to piss me off and I need to like get over it, is my day pack. Sorry. My day pack was in here. And it's like a 21 or 22 liter day pack. And I had taken some things out of it, and so some things were inside, but the pack itself wasn't cheap. It had some gear, that I'm not going to take on the AT, but is like fine for day packs or, like a 1 or 2 or 3 night backpacking. It's not ultralight or whatever. I replaced that gear with something that was lighter and more compact, but that gear is perfectly good and costs money. It had some of my rain gear in it. And the worst thing is it had my Garmin. It had my Garmin. So now I have to go buy a freaking new Garmin, and I'm so mad. So just the pack and my Garmin alone is like $400 to $500 worth of equipment, and then some of the other stuff that was in it probably is a total of like between $150 and another $200 worth of equipment. And then another like super annoying thing that they took was I have a really nice beach bag that I use for kayaking in Florida, and it's not waterproof, but it's water resistant. And then I have dry bags inside of that. And so I had some of my beach equipment and like my Reef Safe sunscreens, which those aren't cheap. Those are like $30 a bottle, and they're like brand new, and I have like 3 of them. So another couple of $100 there with the actual bag, the dry bags, the sunscreens, some sandals, and things like that. So I'm just like so ticked off, but I'm reminding myself, and this is like one of the reasons seriously why I'm making this video, is like I need to, and I've been driving through Colorado, listening to worship music, giving it to God to like let go of my like anger over the stuff that I'm gonna have to replace, because it could have been so much worse. I have a nice big crack in my window here that's gonna need to have my window be replaced, but like my window wasn't bust open. And I'm driving with like a garbage bag here right now through the winter of Colorado, and they could have like caused actual damage to my car, which they didn't. They could have robbed me freaking blind and taken everything, all of my sporting goods equipment, all of my art supplies, all of my clothes and other miscellaneous things that are in here, my gun. Like, oh my gosh, it could have been so much worse. I mean, they could have even taken the Thule luggage rack itself, my kayak racks. Like, that's hundreds of dollars worth of equipment. I mean, so I am thanking the Lord, seriously. Like, if it was going to happen, I'm glad that it happens the way that it did. Hopefully my car doesn't get broken into again at any point in time, and I won't have this much stuff on me all at one point in time like I do right now, because I've been living in my car while my RV's been getting repaired. So anyway, part of my AT frustration now is some things that I was planning, some of the little things that were in that pack still, and especially the Garmin InReach Mini, I'm going to have to go replace, get a whole new subscription. Garmin was wonderful to work with. Called them, they canceled my subscription, no questions asked. Unfortunately, I bought the Garmin at REI, and unfortunately I can't replace it because their replacement policies, I have to like bring the physical product in, and like some of the other things that were in the pack, and the pack itself, like, it's stolen. So there's unfortunately nothing REI can do about replacing it, because I have to return something to replace it. So I'm screwed. I just have to like buy all this stuff all over again. And I love that day pack, so I don't think they make it anymore either, so I'm really ticked off about that too. It just fit me very nicely. I love that day pack. Okay, but God is good. God is great. Like, seriously, it could have been so much worse. So I don't know if they just didn't have time, if they got spooked, if like people were walking by, someone was walking their dogs. I was at a dog-friendly hotel. Like, something prevented them from actually like spending more time going through all of this stuff and taking more things. So I just need to be thankful that whatever spooked them or prevented them from taking all of my stuff did. But you know, now I gotta call my insurance, now I gotta replace stuff. Gotta get all this done in addition to picking up the RV, driving back to Georgia, doing my shakedown hikes, getting ready to hop on the AT. Now I've got, you know, another thing that I have to do, replace the window and replace some of my stuff. Get my Garmin up and going again too, but could have been worse. It's just gonna cost me money. It could have been worse. So praise God, seriously, that it wasn't as bad as it could have been. And I'm going to go back to listening to worship music and enjoying this beautiful drive through Colorado, because this is seriously one of the most beautiful areas, not only of just Colorado, but of the entire country. So, yay, fun stuff. All right, gonna go. Here, let you see Zoe, so you can see all the cuteness right here. Yay, love you. Mwah. Oh, sorry. What's that? He's tired. All right, bye.